Resident Evil Extinction is the third installment in the popular Resident Evil film series. It follows Alice as she navigates a desolate wasteland overrun by the undead in this action-packed, post-apocalyptic thriller. The film takes a significant departure from its predecessors, trading the claustrophobic settings of previous entries for a vast open landscape ravaged by the T-virus. Alice, now a powerful and skilled warrior, meets a group of survivors as they journey across the American Southwest in search of a safe haven. In the first part of our Fun Fact series, we explored the post-apocalyptic landscape, the iconic characters, and the thrilling action sequences. Now, we're diving even deeper into more secrets, Easter eggs, and behind-the-scenes trivia of this film. So grab your popcorn, sit back, and get ready to uncover even more mind-blowing facts about Resident Evil Extinction. And a usual reminder before we begin of major spoilers coming up. Milla Jovovich initially expressed disinterest in returning for a third Resident Evil film due to her disappointment with Resident Evil Apocalypse. However, after reading the script for Resident Evil Extinction, she was impressed by the new direction and the opportunity to explore a more apocalyptic and action-packed story. This renewed interest led her to reprise her role as Alice, ensuring the continuation of the franchise and delivering a thrilling conclusion to the trilogy. Before its official release, the movie was known by the working title Resident Evil Afterlife. This title was eventually used for the fourth film in the series, which continued Alice's journey into a post-apocalyptic world. The success of Resident Evil Apocalypse at the box office, especially since it opened at number 1, and earning more than $23 million in its opening weekend, sparked discussions about the potential for a third film in the franchise. The film's commercial performance demonstrated the enduring popularity of the Resident Evil series and encouraged the filmmakers to continue exploring the post-apocalyptic world created by the T-virus. This initial success paved the way for the development of Resident Evil Extinction and the subsequent films in the series. However, the stories diverged too far from the source material with each sequel, leading to the series' popularity plummeting with disappointing ratings from critics and fans alike. Lyndon Ashby, known for his role as Johnny Cage in the 1995 film Mortal Kombat, reunited with director Paul W.S. Anderson for Resident Evil Extinction. This collaboration marked the second time the two had worked together. Ashby's appearance in the film added a familiar face to the cast and brought a touch of nostalgia for fans of his previous work with Anderson. The scene where a zombie is domesticated and trained to perform simple tasks is a direct homage to George A. Romero's classic horror film Day of the Dead. In Romero's film, a zombie named Bub is similarly trained and used as a tool by a group of scientists. This reference pays tribute to Romero's influential work and showcases the enduring legacy of his zombie mythology. Early storyboards for Resident Evil Extinction revealed a much darker and more experimental approach to the Alice clones. Instead of the sleek pods seen in the final film, the original concept involved numerous clones housed in cocoons. These clones were depicted in various stages of development, with some even falling out of their cocoons. Additionally, there were plans for scenes involving the clones encountering unseen creatures in a massive laboratory. Milla Jovovich revealed that director Paul W.S. Anderson had initially planned for Alice to undergo a significant transformation, becoming a half-human, half-monster. However, Jovovich expressed her disapproval of this direction, leading to a revision of the storyline. Her influence on the script also extended to the scenes involving the Alice clones, as the original concept involved more explicit and disturbing scenes, such as nude clones walking around and fighting monsters. Jovovich's preference for a more action-oriented and less sexually suggestive approach led to rewriting these scenes and presenting a more toned-down and focused portrayal of the clones. Charlie Clouser, a renowned composer known for his work on the Saw franchise, was brought in at the last minute to score Resident Evil Extinction. The film's original composer had to withdraw from the project, leaving the filmmakers in a challenging situation. Clouser's unique and intense musical style perfectly complemented the film's dark and apocalyptic tone, creating a memorable soundtrack that elevated the overall viewing experience. The filmmakers drew inspiration from the iconic post-apocalyptic film Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. The desolate landscapes, the relentless pursuit of survival, and the gritty, action-packed sequences all pay homage to George Miller's masterpiece. By incorporating elements of this influential film, Resident Evil Extinction aimed to capture the essence of a world ravaged by disaster. Initially, the filmmakers wanted to have a time gap of 8 years between the events of Resident Evil Apocalypse and Resident Evil Extinction. However, they ultimately decided to shorten this time frame to 5 years. This change in timeline is evident in promotional materials and the film's official website. As the first 2 films are set in 2002, as evidenced by the newspaper visible at the end of the first film, this places the events of Resident Evil Extinction in 2007, coinciding with the film's release year. The monstrous creature that Dr. Isaacs transforms into is never explicitly named in the film. However, it is clearly inspired by the Tyrant from the video games. The T-virus is actually the abbreviated name of the Tyrant virus, which is responsible for creating these powerful and terrifying creatures. The scene where a flock of crows attacks the survivors is a direct homage to Alfred Hitchcock's classic horror film, The Birds. This scene where the birds descend upon a small town has become synonymous with suspense and terror. By incorporating this reference, the filmmakers pay tribute to Hitchcock's masterful storytelling and create a visually striking and unsettling sequence. The release of this film coincided with a significant personal milestone for Milla Jovovich. She had recently given birth to her first child with director Paul W.S. Anderson, balancing the demands of motherhood with her acting career, as Jovovich displayed remarkable dedication and resilience in bringing Alice to life once again. The early stages of Resident Evil Extinction's development involved a significantly darker and more disturbing storyline. In one draft, the script included a multitude of monstrous creatures similar to the hunters and chimeras from the video games. A key plot point involved an underdeveloped Alice clone who was not awakened by Alice herself, but rather by a tyrant who was not the mutated Isaacs in the final film. That tyrant would violently attack the clone's pod, causing her to fall to the ground. The scene would then cut to Alice discovering the traumatized clone, implying that she was raped by the tyrant. This disturbing narrative direction hinted that the clone would also give birth to a monstrous creature that Alice would fight in a future film. The original script for this film offered a different explanation for the global spread of the T-virus. It suggested that rats living in underground networks played a significant role in carrying and spreading the infection. This subplot, while ultimately removed from the final film, left a subtle hint in the form of a shot depicting rats in the Tokyo sewers. This brief glimpse into the underground world alludes to the potential role of rodents in the viral outbreak, offering a glimpse into a darker and more intricate backstory. And that's a wrap on our Resident Evil Extinction fun facts. We hope you enjoyed learning some interesting tidbits about this post-apocalyptic action horror film. And stay tuned for more Resident Evil videos, as we will dive deeper into the rest of the series with more spooky surprises in store for you. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content, including fun facts about other popular movies. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Your support helps us keep creating awesome content with intriguing and mind-blowing information. Until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.